Coronavirus, CoV facts and prevention measures one need to know. Coronaviruses, CoV, are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted between animals and people. CoVs were the cause of Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, MERS-CoV, transmitted from civet cats to human. Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, SARS-CoV, transmitted from dromedary camels to humans. Current coronavirus is reported from Wuhan in China. It's being reported to be getting spread to other parts of the world only through people traveling from China. So don't panic if you have cold and other similar symptoms. However, be sure to get it checked with a doctor. And take adequate preventive measures so that you don't spread it, even if it's not coronavirus. Coronavirus symptoms: cold, sneezing, fever, cough, shortness of breath, breathing difficulties. In severe cases, pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, kidney failure, death, 2-5%. Route of human-to-human transmission of 2019 coronavirus is either via respiratory droplets or contact. Any person who is within 1 meter of the person who has coronavirus is at risk of being exposed to potentially infective respiratory droplets. To prevent infection, wash hands regularly with alcohol-based liquids or soaps. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing. Cook your foods, especially meat and eggs, thoroughly. Avoid close contact with people showing symptoms of respiratory illness such as coughing and sneezing. Rinse or wash hands regularly with saline or salt water. Wipe places, tabletops, etc., and utensils that you suspect to have contact with infection with saline water. Gargle with saline water if you suspect a possible contact with affected people. Wear medical mask if going to hospitals or other places that may have corona-infected people. Individuals with suspected coronavirus infection with mild respiratory symptoms should perform hand hygiene frequently, using alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. Alternatively, rinse or wash with saline or salt water. Do saline gargle at least 3 times a day. Do saline steam inhalation for clearing nose. Keep distance from non-infected individuals as much as possible, at least 1 meter. Wear a medical mask as much as possible, if it can be tolerated. Wipe the touching places and utensils with alcohol-based anti-infectants or salt water. Any individual who cannot tolerate a medical mask, he or she should rigorously apply respiratory hygiene, that is, should cover mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing with disposable paper tissue. Dispose of the material after use. Clean hands immediately after contact with respiratory secretions. Improve airflow in living space by opening windows and door as much as possible. Relatives or caregivers to individuals with suspected coronavirus infection with mild respiratory symptoms should perform hand hygiene frequently, using alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. Alternatively, rinse or wash with saline or salt water. Do saline gargle, to be on the safe side. Do saline steam inhalation, again to be on the safe side. Keep distance from affected individual as much as possible, at least 1 meter. Wear a medical mask when in the same room with the affected individual. Dispose of the material immediately after use. Clean hands immediately after contact with respiratory secretions. Wipe the places and utensils the patient is touching with alcohol-based anti-infectants or salt water. Improve airflow in living space by opening windows as much as possible. Avoid touching your nose and mouth maximum possible.